Hello, welcome back to Onyi in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making bread. Yes, bread. It might look complicated, but it's so simple you'll be shocked. And you won't even need to buy bread anymore, will you? You'll want to make this all the time. So all you need is 300 grams of plain flour. You can maybe use bread flour if you have that. 200 mils of water. Make sure that is lukewarm water, not hot, not cold, lukewarm. 3 tablespoons of sugar, but adjust the amount of sugar depending on how you like it. 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast. Make sure it's active dry. There's different types of yeast. And then half a teaspoon of salt and 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. To be honest, I don't really measure my butter. I go by eye, which is why I estimated the amount of butter. So that's all you need. So just pour your water into a bowl and then sprinkle your yeast over the top of it. You don't need to stir it in, just sprinkle it right over the top of the water. Try not to be too messy with this because yeast is weird and like it sticks everywhere, so try and keep it in the water. So what you want to see is the yeast starting to foam in the water. If this doesn't happen, it could mean that your yeast is dead. So this happened to me before, and if that's the case, just stop and throw that yeast out because your bread won't rise if the yeast is dead. Just warning you. So I just greased my pan with some butter ready for the bread. And then I added my sugar and salt to the flour and just mixed that up. So it's been 5 minutes and the yeast has kind of reacted with the water. Most of it has sunk to the bottom. So then I poured in the flour mixture. So I decided to use a knife to mix this because I just didn't want to get my hands more dirty than they needed to be. You can use your hand to mix this. So this initial mixing isn't a big deal. You just need to kind of make a rough dough, and once the water and flour has incorporated, just tip it onto a surface ready for kneading. I brought in an extra cup of flour there because the dough is still quite sticky, so you're gonna need to dust it with some flour occasionally while you knead. Initially, I'm just trying to get the flour and the water better incorporated together, so just knead for a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes initially. And then after that, you are ready to put in your butter. So try and make like a center and just slap on your butter and then fold it in carefully because this can get a little bit messy, but you can make the best of this. Just fold it in carefully until you've incorporated all the butter. It is very sticky, so every time it gets too sticky, just sprinkle some more flour onto that and keep on kneading until you get a very nice smooth dough. So I tried to knead this for about 15 minutes. The more you knead this, the better your bread will come out. So this is really important. If you have some, pent up anger in there, this is very good. You can punch the dough, throw it about, and you can enjoy this. So I've been punching that dough, and now I'm satisfied that my dough is nice and smooth and ready. So now I just want to cut it into sections. So I did 6 sections. You want to make this as even as you can. Mine was not that even. However, try and make it even. It's not that important, but you know, the more even your sections are, the nicer your bread will look. So each section you want to just roll it out thinly. Well, not that thinly, but you know, just like I'm doing it, thin enough. And then just roll the rolled out dough into a nice little well, is it cylinder shape? So try and roll it really tightly and pinch all the sides down so that you have a very nice compact roll of dough. And then after that is nicely rolled up, just put it into your oven tray just like this. So I just did the same with my other 5 sections and arranged them nice and neatly into the bread tin. That's what you want to see, a lovely arrangement of your dough rolls in your bread tin, and just cover that with a cloth and put your tin in a warm place to rise for about an hour. It's really just until your dough has doubled in size. So if it does that in less or more time, then do that, but you just want to make sure that your dough looks massively doubled like mine does. I love coming back and seeing that my dough is doubled and massive. So you want to preheat your oven before putting your bread in. And it doesn't take very long to cook, literally 15 to 20 minutes, and it is done. Then you want to brush the top with some butter. Just to make it shiny and soft, and you want to do this while it's still hot as well. I took it out of the pan and put it on a rack to cool. It is so soft and oh, so nice. So yes, there it is, done. The bread, it is so beautiful. Trust me, it's so soft. If it doesn't look soft, you know, it is soft. And you can just tear into it. Imagine having freshly made bread in the house. You remember my recipe from last week, moi moi? This is perfection with it. You will love it. I really hope you try this out, and as you can see, it is so simple and it really does taste like Nigerian bread, believe me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and come again next time for another recipe.